I had been looking forward to Thanksgiving for weeks. The smell of roasted turkey, the laughter of family gathered around the table, the warmth that only home can bring during the crisp fall days. I pictured Brady and me reconnecting with our loved ones, sharing stories, and creating memories. But when I pulled into the driveway of the Mitchell family home, everything I imagined shattered like glass. The house was silent. No football game blared on the TV, no aromas drifted from the kitchen. Instead, I was greeted by Victor, Brady's stepfather, sitting alone in a worn rocking chair, his eyes sharp and knowing beneath his tired exterior. In my trembling hand was a note, cold and cruel. "Gone on a cruise with my ex. You'll stay and care for Victor. Back Monday, Brady." I reread it, hoping for some mistake. But no, they were all gone. Brady, his mother Elaine, and that woman, Hannah, the colleague Brady had never mentioned until recently. A quick check on social media confirmed the truth. Photos of them toasting champagne on a sunlit Caribbean deck, laughing and carefree, while I was left alone in a house that felt like a tomb. Victor's voice broke my daze. "They left you with the dirty work, didn't they?" Classic Brady move. He wasn't just an old man leaning on a cane. His mind was razor sharp, and he'd seen their true colors long before I did. Together, we uncovered a trail of betrayal. Missed medications, empty fridge shelves, heating turned down to 62 degrees to save money. More than that, a recent $5,200 withdrawal from our joint savings, the money we'd planned to use for our first home, spent on that cruise. Victor handed me an envelope with his real will, hidden from the greedy family who thought they'd inherit everything. "They think we're just burdens," he said quietly, "but they've given us an opportunity to take back what's ours." In the days that followed, we staged a medical drama. Oxygen tanks, fake monitors, desperate calls left on Brady's voicemail. Neighbors came forward with stories of neglect and abuse. I documented everything: bank statements, medical reports, photographs, witness accounts. When Brady and his family finally returned, laughing and sunburned, they found a house transformed, no longer the easy mark they'd left behind. Victor's letter was read aloud, recounting years of neglect without anger but with piercing clarity. Video testimony silenced their denials. Their shock turned to rage and desperation as the truth laid bare shattered their plans. The estate was no longer theirs. Control had passed to me, the one they discarded. Victor passed quietly that night, finally at peace, and as I stood by his empty rocking chair, I knew this was more than justice for him. It was my rebirth. The house was silent once again, but this time I felt strength in that stillness. I was no longer the abandoned wife or the caretaker left behind. I was a woman reclaiming her dignity, her power, and her future. And this was only the beginning.